So I want to make a video just on big tech. So this is a video dedicated to big tech, and I know I did a video on QQQ, which is kind of essentially the same, but I'm going to show you in the big tech charts how it backs up what's going on QQQ. And when you look at the underlying components of the index and the biggest components of the index, then you can get more of an understanding of what's going on. So I look at Apple. Apple had this clear area and it struggled with this area. Look at that. Very clear resistance line. Pretty much touched it to the dot, multiple times on that monthly. And it rejected once again. And this is a big bearish engulfing candlestick on the monthly. And look back. When's the last time we've seen that? We haven't. When's the last time you've seen this big bearish candle like that in the past? You got this one, but this isn't bearish engulfing because it didn't close below the low of this candle. And I guess this one it might not close below. You never know. Maybe bulls will pick it up and that could change it. But right now it's a big bearish engulfing candle. And when you look at Amazon, bearish, not a bearish engulfing, but look at this weekly on Amazon. Very clear bearish head and shoulders on the weekly on Amazon. So are the bears going to follow through on this? I wouldn't be surprised. Amazon's way overextended on the yearly. And I see some yearly consolidation coming up on Amazon. And I know this already the last year, it did nothing for the whole year. August to September now, you've gone nowhere if you invested in Amazon. They don't even pay dividends. Went nowhere for over a whole year. Apple didn't even do that much either when you look at it over the last year. Facebook, one of the better performing ones, one of the ones that I liked. Bearish engulfing though. Google starting to get that bearish engulfing, and we're at that red line support though, so we could bounce around here. But again, watch my other video on QQQ. My head is still leaning to the bearish side. Look at this nice uptrend on Google that's breaking. And you see, like, I'm just looking at these charts now and I just see with my eyes quick, and I notice these things. But look at that. Nice bounced off this area so many times and it finally broke. So we got a lot of red flags on the underlying components. Microsoft, very similar to Google, bearish engulfing. Okay. These stocks came a long way from the 2008 financial crisis. Like, look at that. Look at that consolidation after the bubble in the 2000 dot-com bubble. How many years before you just broke even? Can that happen again? Absolutely. Some people say, some of the big analysts and stuff, they say we're going to go 10 years without returns. You're going to buy now, 10 years from now, you're not going to have made any money because that's how overextended and overpriced the market is, that you're going to get 10 years of mediocre returns. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Who knows if that's going to happen for sure? Nobody knows for sure. We might have the greatest returns in the next 10 years. And this might it looks like it's way high now. Before you know, we just get a little bit of that and then it goes, and then Microsoft goes to 600. And then you're like, oh crap, I should have bought over here and it's up here. God knows. Who knows? But right now the chart's showing a lot of red flags, as I've been saying. And the underlying, the backing, there's a lot of concerns back there. Tesla looks like one of the more stronger ones, but anybody who knows me knows I'm bearish Tesla. I think it's a very overpriced stock. But not only that, we might be going for that monthly double top. That's definitely what the bears want anyways. Obviously the bulls want to go break that high, head up towards that upper Bollinger Band near the $1,000 mark. Anything is possible. I'm going to go bearish Tesla. I have some puts right now. We got several inside bars here. We got inside bar, and this was almost an inside bar, just broke out slightly. To me, what I think this is, because it could look kind of like a bull flag, but I think, and it's doing it just above this resistance area. I think it's kind of distribution. I think it was a fake out on the breakout above that 780 level, and I think there's some distribution going on and some shorting, and I think it's going to break downwards. That's my opinion. I think we're going to get a down break on Tesla, but I will say I think we're getting a break tomorrow. Let's put it that. It looks like we're getting a break tomorrow, because it's getting really tight now, the range. So watch for a break there to clue into the potential direction of Tesla. But you never know. Maybe it breaks and then fakes out. You want to see it break the whole range. And look at the furthest range. The high up here is 799, and the lowest of this range was 766. That's the range that we're looking at. A break of that range should signal the direction. Pretty big range, but not a huge range on Tesla. I was thinking bullish Twitter recently, starting to change my mind. Just doesn't seem like a really greatly managed company, but and the reason I say that is just look at the last performance since it came out. I mean, it's less now than when it came out, pretty much. So, I mean, for that to have happened in one of the greatest bull markets of all time, and Twitter didn't partake in that, really tells you it's not the best managed company. And with that, going in with that is now they're trying to flip things around, which is why I'm thinking maybe it's time to be a little more bullish Twitter, because they're coming up with some innovative ideas. Let's use NFTs as profile pictures. But at the same time, like, the CEO is a little too much into the crypto thing, and I don't know if that's going to save the company, Twitter. Too much social media now. I think people are getting sick of their phones. I'm sick of my phone, my computer, and it's like I have to do it because I have stocks to manage. I have people to help. I have an Instagram to update. Got this YouTube to update, and I'm constantly in front of a screen, and it's not good. So I bet some people are curious about Baba. I thought it was a cheap stock, but I knew this was breaking down once that yearly low broke. It's holding higher lows pretty much every year, but it broke that yearly, and that was a really big red flag. And I think a lot of people think Baba is very cheap, including myself, and they think this has to be a good buy. It has to be. It's Alibaba. They make a ton of money, blah, blah, blah. So everyone's thinking, right? You never know. Alibaba could be a dollar stock one day. You never know. I'm not saying I think that. I'm not saying this was going to happen. I'm saying you never know. I'm saying wait for a reversal to buy, because this is just a steady downtrend. So why would you want to buy? Lower high, lower high, lower low, higher high, fake out. Just steady downtrend. Brutal. Why would you want to hold this stock? What do you want to hold for? Wait till the trend changes. No signs of the trend changing there on Alibaba right now. Match was one of the ones I like, but it's struggling here. It couldn't break that high, and it's struggling here. And it filled that up gap, which actually I see as a red flag that it filled that gap. So I'm on the fence here, but since I'm bearish the market, I am now bearish Match, even though I thought Match was going to break out. But since I'm bearish the market, I'm bearish the market. I'm not going to be bullish Match when Tesla, Google, Apple, Microsoft, QQQ, and they're all dropping. So that's that, guys. Keep an eye on some of the mining stocks. Those could be good. I'm going to leave it at there. And some of the weed stocks maybe as well. We got a higher low on True Leaf. Take a look there. Thanks, guys, for watching. Have a good night.